Hello, hello. Good morning, friends. Let me know if you're here. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm just going to share the link. Just give me a minute. Let me know if you're here, if you can hear me. Good morning, good morning. I'll wait another minute for some friends to join. Just let me know if you're here. Oh, hey, girl. I thought I was going to be talking to myself this morning. I mean, not that I don't do that normally, but you know, it's all good. I'm just spreading the love for a minute. I'm having my computer's being wonky today for no good reason. None at all. How you doing, T? All right. I'm sharing some love right now. Don't share a secret that... Hi, Catherine. Hello, my friends. Oh, it just, don't mind the noise. The dogs are, the dogs. Okay. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. So this morning, I am going to be working on the card sketch for February. I'm just going to pull up a picture of that. Give me a sec. And then also what I want to show you guys is we're good, girl. We're good. Just doing all the things, staying busy. All right, so this is the card sketch for February, and I've always this is our third time I've been doing like a Valentine-esque one for February, because why not? But today I am actually going to take this Valentine sketch and I'm going to turn it into a birthday card. So yeah, but what I wanted to show you guys is Amy's layout that she did the other night. So she took the sketch, she turned it into a layout, and it is magnificent. Look at that. Is that not the coolest thing ever? So that's the card sketch turned layout. Hi. Oh, Amy, were your ears ringing? I was just talking about your magnificent layout from the other night, which I have to go back and watch the live because I'm obsessed with this layout. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I'm literally obsessed with it. I love it. I probably like one of my most favorite layouts that Amy has ever done. So it's beautiful. So, I just love that our sketches are becoming so versatile. Like I said, I'm going to take it today and I'm going to make a birthday card. And Amy turned it into a layout. It's a fabulous layout. So I'm going to get started. A few things. So like I said, I'm turning it into a birthday card. So I've got some scraps of some photo play paper, which this is a perfect card sketch for using up scraps. If you save scraps from scrapbook pages and things like that. The other thing is the colors that I'm using are very, very bold. So I decided to mix in. I didn't want it like too in your face and bold. So I'm going to do a little bit of ink smushing to mix in. I chose red and yellow because obviously we know what happens when those two mix, and there is orange in this paper. I stayed away from blue only because I knew that I could end up with some purple. Although, actually, you know what we could do? We could get a blue and then just use it with yellow. So I might go ahead and grab it. I've been using I got my labels. Did you guys get these labels? And a lot of my inks already have labels. So I've almost been using these like to match colors because I'll never get around to swatching my inks. I just know I won't. In a perfect world, maybe, but you know, who lives in a perfect world? So give me a second. I'm going to grab a blue. Hopefully I have this because I want blueprint sketch. And I'm grabbing oxides. I'm using oxides because, like I said, I want to tone it down a bit. Just a bit. Because this card is, you know, these, what do you call it? These pattern papers are very, very bold. Why do I not have blueprint sketch in oxide? Oh, man. Time to order. All right, so let's see. I guess I can use prize ribbon. I have prize ribbon. I have faded jeans. Prize ribbon is looking a little bit dark. I think I'm going to go with faded jeans. We'll see how that works. We'll play. We'll see how it goes, right? All right. Sorry about that. I tried to be like super prepared. I am going to use this. So my center focal point instead of the heart is going to be a gift box. And I have this really cool bow die set from Tailored Expression. Sorry, my wire was like hanging in front, so I just took that back. Now, hi, Kathy. Thanks, Amy. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so you know that Michelle does carry some Tailored Expression stuff, but she's not allowed to put it on the website. So if you're interested in anything like this, you just have to ask her. This is a really, really cool die set, and I had pulled pieces off, but I found that it's better if I should have just left the whole thing together, because all I did was I ran it all through the die cut machine once, got all the pieces, so then later I can decide which bow, because it's like a whole mix and match thing. It's actually really, really cool. And it is meant to make the bows like 3D, but you don't have to do it that way. Hi, Joanne. Okay, so first I want to get started with my ink smushing, and silly me, forgot to grab paper for that, so give me a second to go ahead and do that. All right, so I think I'm going to we'll do one with like red and yellow, and then one with yellow and blue, and I just wanted to be able to mix those in with my bold patterns. So I'm going to do that first. Hi, Eileen. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I'm just going to cut these down a little bit. So that is fine. I'll just cut a little bit off here. Okay. So how is everybody doing today? Let me get my water bottle. Oh, look at this. Faded jeans. I haven't used that yet. See, a long, long time ago, I had printed out labels on, like, you know, sticky back paper. So most of my inks already have labels. I'm just getting a foamy die for this. So I got to find my Velcro. So, like I said, the new labels that I bought, I've kind of been using them as like just to match colors and stuff. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with them, but I bought them because I had to. Amy says, time for a spot of tea. I am currently drinking my favorite coffee, which is Kris Kringle from Quick Check. It comes out every year around Christmas, and it's like a coconut chocolate coffee, and I brew it into a packet of hot cocoa, and then I add some like sweet creamer. Yeah, It's delicious. So I'm just going to put that on there. And let's see. Alrighty. So I'm going to do, I wonder if I should do I've got my baggie here. Right? I do like doing that, but let's whoopsie. Let's see what happens. My God, you guys, I'm like so excited right now because I feel like between work and school, I have like, oh my gosh, how weird is that? Has anyone ever seen an ink pad do that before? It's not dried out, but there's some like weird bumps on it. Do you guys see that? That's a little bizarre, huh? I've never had that happen before. Very strange. It's like little, oh, hi, Tracy. It's like little bumps. So weird. I've like literally never had that happen before. Okay, so I'm going to dry this first because you know I cannot waste that. So let's dry this up. I mean, it hasn't affected anything. Okay. Good. So now we've got like a mix of the blue, probably not the best blue, but it is what it is. So I'm going to set that aside. Let me grab my cloth and we'll do the next one. I'm just going to make sure that this is good and clean. I've had some of my Stampin' Up! Ink pads. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's the felt pad. It's not like deteriorating. It's like little bumps that are stuck on the pad. They're stuck on there like, I think it's pigment, if I'm being honest. It almost seems like the pigment like hardened. Hi, Tisa. My ink, you're an inky friend. Have you ever seen an ink pad do this before? You see all those like bumps? I'm trying to like get a side view so you can see they're actually like raised up. Look at that. Oh, thanks. These are my Wicked nails, but they're actually, I'm sorry, they're a mess because they're starting to peel. We went to see Wicked 2 weeks ago, so these are coming off today, but those were for Wicked. But anyway, right, weird, totally weird. I'm wondering, I know Tisa has a lot of different inks. I'm wondering if she's ever experienced that. All right, so let's do, this is Lumberjack Plaid. And again, some mustard seed. See, it's not affecting the ink, but it's really not. It seems to be working fine. Hi, Madison. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so this is going to be my red and yellow. I'm just going to keep smushing that in. I'm sure we'll get some orange in there, which is totally cool. For anybody that's joining late, I am working on February's card sketch for the 24 cards in 2026. And it is a Valentine sketch, but I am turning it into a birthday card. And since this is a great sketch for using up scraps. And I'm going to show Amy's layout that she did again at the end because it's amazing. So what I'm doing now, I'm using a lot of bold birthday papers from an old photo play collection. And because the papers are so bold and bright, I just wanted to soften it a little bit with some ink smushes. So we'll use these. I'm going to show the sketch again because I know we've had some friends that have just joined. So let me pull up the sketch again. Sorry, I would have it printed out, but you guys know I never, ever, ever remember to print it out. So this is the sketch. So instead, my focal point in the middle is going to be, Amy, I'll talk about you all I want. Don't you tell me what to do. So my focal point for this, instead of a heart, is going to be a birthday gift. And then I'm going to show you the phenomenal layout that Amy did, which I'm a little bit obsessed with. Here we go. So Amy took the layout, the card sketch, and she turned it into a layout. Isn't that awesome? Right? I know. It's awesome. I love that. I love my girl Amy. Miss her so much. Wish we lived closer. Okay, so my process for how I was going to attack this is I'm going to start with just a base piece. There's going to be layers because that's what I did. So my front of my card, we know, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I apologize for the dog barking. So let's see what we got here. That is 4 1/2 by 5 1/4. Perfect. So that needs to be 5 1/4 by 4. So this is going to be my layer that's going to go on top of the front of my card like that. Did I cut that wrong? No, I didn't. Okay. So we'll have a red layer. And then this is going to be the layer that I'm going to put all my paper pieces on. For now, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than it needs to be so that I can cut my ends off. So, okay, since it's 4, I'll do 5 1/4. So this will eventually be cut down, but it's just a random scrap that I'm going to use for my base to put all my paper strips on. And then what else? So I'm going to use this Tailored Expression die set. I was telling everybody earlier that Michelle does carry the Tailored Expression items, but she is not allowed to put them on the website. So hold on. I'm sorry. I need to text my family because the dog is barking and nobody's listening. And I don't really feel like listening to that. Anyway, sorry. So if you're interested in Tailored Expression items, you just have to message her. This is a really, really cool die set. I've been using this a lot. It makes bows. So I just cut all of the pieces out in one shot in red. And sometimes I do mix and match them, but it makes all these different ones, and it more than that because you can mix and match all these pieces. And it is like a 3D bow, but you can also make a flat bow. So we'll see what we end up doing. All right, let's go back to this. So these are the pieces that I've got, the scraps, and I guess I'm trying to think of like what is the easiest way to cut these. I was thinking like, I don't know, diagonally. I should have watched Amy's live, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So we'll see if I mess this up or not. It could happen. I don't know. So do I want to do that? Amy, how did you cut your pieces? I should have watched this. I'm sorry. I'm like my brain is a little bit fried this morning. I'm going to take another swig of coffee until I can figure out how to do this. All right. So I'm going to try this because my brain is not computing it for some reason. And hopefully this works. Let's see. I think I want it to be more like that. Okay. So we're going to like build out from the middle. Do you have the 39 and Market wedge stamp and die? it's tricky. With the largest pieces, I measured and found the center and measured the edges. And then, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like, I can't do measurements right now. So we're winging it. We're winging it this morning. I didn't want to use that. I do want to use this one. I'm going to trim this a little bit, I think. Yeah, I'm totally winging it. There's no chance of me doing any kind of measuring on a Sunday morning. I'm still in my pajamas. Just woke up an hour ago. Ain't no measuring happening. Keeping it real, my friends. We're going to be just figuring this out. Hold on, I need to grab a tissue. Oh, that's all right, Tisa. I knew what you meant. But talk to me. Tell me some more. So Tisa says there is a wedge stamp and die. That is why I can't do early morning lives. I'm not coherent enough. Amy, I hear that. Yeah, there's it's fine. If this is going to be mismatched, it's going to be mismatched because, again, not measuring. It's all good. All good. All right. Yeah, we got pieces. We're good. Yeah, look at that. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. Now, these, I was going to cut and, put behind, but I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the ink smushed with this. I was hoping that it would just, kind of, or maybe I'll just go right on top of it like that. Let's see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that the ink smushed piece goes with it? I mean, I feel like I could pull it off. I think that'll look cool. Right? Maybe not this one because I just don't like the way it got a little bit muddy and gray. That Faded Jeans was not a good blue for that. Blueprint Sketch would have been much better. But I don't have an oxide of Blueprint Sketch. So I think I'm gonna stick with this. Let's see what size this is. This could probably work, right? Yeah, we'll just work on this. I'm just gonna measure this. Give me a sec. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Yeah. All right, cool. So I want to work on my centerpiece. Okay, cool. Thank you, friends. Thank you. And do you think I want to maybe ink that a little bit? I'll ink the edges, but whatever. We'll get there. Okay, so my bow pieces. Hold on. I got to get my my tweezers. I apologize. Struggling a lot lately with carpal tunnel, and this weather is not helping. Where are my tweezers? If that child took my reverse tweezers, and you all know who I am talking about, we're going to have an issue. Oh, no, here they are. See, right away, I always blame her because that's usually where I find things. Okay, so see these bows, there's these pieces on this die set. It's really cool. There's so much cool stuff. And this, you just you bend them back like that. And then you get this really, really cute 3D bow. So we could do that. I mean, my daughter is usually the one that ends up taking the cards for gifts and stuff. So see all of these pieces that look like this, these can all get bent back to little bows like that. It's so cute. And then there's pieces like this. See, this would go like that, so that it would like stick out behind it. So I was thinking about doing something like that, and then maybe I'll use pop dots, because I feel like if I use, if I do the 3D bended back one, I feel like it's going to be too big. See, there's even this strip, so you could do something like that. But I think we're going to go with this and this. And then, oh my gosh, there's there's round pieces. There's rectangle. I think we'll do a rectangle piece in the middle like that. That'll be cute. There's even this, like if you want to have the bow piece coming down like that, That actually, I think that's a little bit cuter for a gift, right? Don't you think that's cuter to put on top of a gift? Let's do that. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think we'll do that one. Okay, so that's going to be our bow. I'm going to put these other pieces in the basket just in case I change my mind, because that could definitely happen. I do have a strip here that I figured could be like a piece to wrap around the box. And then I'm really just going to cut a square. And let's see. I've got blue. We could do yellow. I'm thinking blue because we have a lot of yellow with this paper and on here. So a blue package. What does everybody think about that? And I think I'm going to make it, yeah, we'll do about, I think I'm going to try 2 inches by 2.5. I'm going to go a little bit of a rectangle instead of a square. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so there's 2. Oh, I gotta cut the end off. I don't like the way my end looks. And there's 2.5. So let's see how that works. So we could put our bow on top like that. We could put that on to wrap around it. And yeah, that works for me. So I'm going to start making this. I'm going to try doing a little edging in blue. T says blue, 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 blue moon. Oh, God, sorry, I can't. I do this all the time, and it drives my kids nuts. Say a word, and I'll sing you a song. That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. That'll give it a little bit of dimension. I love that. You could even put the blue through the embossing folder. You know, it is funny that you said that, Tisa, because I had one in my hand before, but it was like a lacy one, and I thought it was a new one that I got. And like when I get new stuff, I keep it in a pile, and then when I've used it for a little bit, then I like add it to my supplies. So I grabbed the one that I had, and it was like lacy, and I thought to myself, ooh, this would look really cool if I emboss it. And I meant to grab an embossing folder, and then I forgot. So if y'all don't mind holding on for a second, let me go grab one, because I really like that idea. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just looking for something cool. I'm looking for like dots. I think dots would be cool. Of course, you know. I was actually even thinking about embossing the ink blended piece, which I still would like to do. Okay, guys, bear with me because I know I have an embossing folder that is just dots, and that is what I want right now. So give me a second to find that. I found stripes, which might have to be it. I found it. Oh, I also found like a crisscross one, and I also found, oh gosh, I just got another good idea. Okay. So let's get the dots. Let's get this. Okay. I got a cool idea. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when I switch lanes mid-live. It's all good, right? I'm going to bring my machine over there. I found some good stuff. Okay. So, anyone else crafting? I'm making a few more calendars. Not crafting yet. Hopefully after work I can get in the craft room. Oh, so I'm going to be down in my craft room / office all day. Sadly, I won't be doing crafting all day. I have homework. Wah, wah, wah. Boring. Yeah, today is homework and I gotta do a little freelance. Maybe later I'll get to something. This might end up being it though. We'll see. See what happens. Okay, let me get the right sandwich here. Oh, I love that, Joanne. I love that. Okay, I think this is my embossing one. We'll see. Because, you know. All right, where did my... Uh-oh. Here it is. All right, so let's put this. I want to make sure I put this the right way. Put that in there. And this. Where's my other plastic? We'll do that. Oh my gosh, Joanne, we're happy to have you here. We're happy you joined us. Oh, thanks, Tisa. That was so cool. That looks very cool. Okay, so there, can you guys see that? That's going to be awesome. Oh, I just got like super excited for this. All right, now this one, check this one out. This, not even opened. Look, it looks like that. Isn't that cool? All right, so I'm going to put this. They still don't let the dog up. Believe that? Poor dog. She's our old lady. So the big moose tends to overpower, and then nobody pays attention to the little lady. Okay, so we're going to put this through. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this. Oh, yeah. Check that out. So cool. Okay. Let me get some of this stuff. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Sorry if I made y'all dizzy. Okay, here we go. So this, I'm going to ink over those circles. That's going to look really cool. Oh, I love that. That just like brought a whole new life to that package. Okay. And then this, we're going to do this. Take that off and get the red one. And we'll make all of that pop. This would be like a perfect birthday background on its own, right? Like, how easy is that as a card? Just put it on a layer. How cool. Alrighty. That looks awesome. I love that. Okay, so let's put I want to put the bow and the box together so then we can like figure out where everything else needs to go. So I want to ink this up a little bit. Let me open my red. So what else is everybody doing today? I have a day of homework, bills, freelance. Not very excited about it, if I'm being honest. Although I am excited to stay in my pajamas all day because, yeah, I'm going to do that. Anybody doing any Super Bowl stuff? It's like nobody around here seems to care about the Super Bowl, I guess, because, like, neither of my boys, it's, like, not their team. So they don't really seem to care. And usually we still do, like, snacks. Pajamas all day, Lisa. But our oven is broke right now. So it's like we can't even do like dip and stuff and have like fun snacks. Oh well, it's what it is. Sorry, I needed a bit of coffee. Oh, puppy girl, she came back just to settle down with me since nobody was answering the door. You just came to hang with me. Oh, can I flip the camera around and show you guys this sweet girl? Close your eyes if you're going to get dizzy. But look at that sweet girl sitting there. Look at her. Hey, hi, Holly. Sorry she's upside down, but all right. Sorry if I made you dizzy. That's my sweet puppy. That's not a puppy. She's really an old lady, but you know, I call them all puppies. Okay, I'm going to put a little glue there. Let me put this on the stand so I don't lose it. We'll glue this on like that. And then I need a little glue here. Hi, Holly. Don't forget the other red piece. It's under your pattern paper to the right. What other red piece? This? This is going to go on the box. That one? Okay, put a little glue there. And then do that like that. That is so cute. Look at that. That's going to be our present. Oh my gosh, I love that. So we'll put this on right down the middle. And we'll go like that. Make sure that is stuck. Yep, I'm stuck good. Get my scissors. All right. Little trim. Little trim. And I'm definitely going to pop this. And I think I want to pop that bow off there too. So let me get some foam. What do we got? What do we got in the basket of adhesive? Because, yeah, I'm a weirdo and I have an adhesive basket. Because we need, 30 different kinds of adhesives between all the different foams and the glues and everything, right? Okay. It's bothering me because it's a little bit low, so I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. Just like that. Since you can't really see it anyway. Okay. That looks better. I think that box, the top of the box was too high. Could probably even go a little bit lower. I think I'm going to cut it a little bit lower. Yeah, because it looks weird. Of course, like whenever I do things like this, my mom's always like, you're the only person that notices that stuff. I'm like, well, no, that's not true. Okay. That looks cute, right? Look at our little gifts. The adhesive basket makes sense. Elisa is right there close to you. Oh, Lisa's right there. I always wind up having to search through everything, trying to find. No. So right under here, under my desk, on top of like a rolling thing, this is my adhesive basket. I mean, this is all like dry adhesive. There's no liquids in there, but I keep it all there. It was organized. Was keyword. Okay, so now we said this was going to be our base. I mean, look at that. Like, that could be my card right there. That actually would be, like, super duper cute. But that's not the sketch. So we're going to keep going. Okay. So let's just see. I'm not going to cover up too much of everything. Sorry, using microphone. No, it's okay. I caught on what you were saying. No worries. First, I was like, who's Elisa? Okay, so we could do that. I'm just going to position these. My little magnet board would really be helpful right about now. Do I have that handy? I do. And it has a paper clip stuck to it. Of course it does. All right, let's do this because this will make things easier. Especially with my hands not being at their best. Okay. Let's do that. And then we've got these pieces. Nope, this way. Want a little something to offset this. So let's see what we're gonna work with here. Yeah, I definitely need I like the way it's turning out though. Okay. So that nope. I'm gonna just grab another pattern because I just want something to offset the yellow pieces a little bit. But that's looking pretty cool so far. What do you guys think? Just do, should I do more of the blue? So this is what's bothering me right now. The blue doesn't match. That's bothering me a little bit. It's not the right blue. What do you guys think? Should I just go with it? I think I want to get some green. I know there's green paper in here. Red, I don't want red. There's orange. I could have sworn there was a green. Bear with me for a sec, folks. Yeah, there it is. It's like a green sprinkle. Okay. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this to get behind there. Yeah. I like that idea. That's a really good idea, using the magnet to hold the papers down as you figure out the layout. Mine is blown. Well, this is a little small one. I got this from Michelle a million years ago. It's kind of cool because there's even a magnetic ruler on it, and it has 4 of those magnets. So, and they do make bigger ones for layouts. That I know. I don't have one, but I know they make them. All right, so let's see if I can pull this off or if I totally mess it up. And if I do mess it up, well, I mess it up, right? It is what it is. Let's see. Sorry, I'm cutting off camera because, all of this is going on right now. All right, so let's see. I'm going to sneak this. All right, so where did we end up on? Look at that blue pops. Okay, so we're not bothered by the fact that blue is really dark, darker than everything else. We're okay with that. Okay, and then I'm going to go this way, over here. All right, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm going to start gluing. Just pull that out a little bit and this one out a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. What do you guys think? Okay. I like how that pops. The color looks okay on the live. All right. It's a really good idea using a slightly bigger one. It didn't come with the ruler of the magnets. Yeah, it's just especially helpful with my hands too, because all right, so I'm gonna glue all this so that I have it placed where I want it. That's good. I'm just kind of getting it down, and then when I flip it over, I'll add more glue. Just so it's like somewhat where it needs to be. I think I'm gonna like this. How are we on time? Oh, 10:46. All right, we can wrap this up shortly. All right, let me take that off. What am I gonna do? Really? You know what I want to do for the middle? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for the middle to make life easy. We're gonna just boop right there to hold all that down, because I am not about to start trying to glue all of those little tiny pieces. No, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. Now I can flip over. Scissors, craft mess. I'm going to trim these off. Could probably use these for another card. Should use my big scissors for this. Okay, that looks cool. I like the way that looks so far. Where's my red piece? Okay, so this is going to go over here. I've got to trim this a little bit. Let me just make sure I've got all my sizing right. Okay, so the front of my card, this should be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which means this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. So this one needs to be 3 3/4 by 5, except I got to cut it evenly, right? So let's see if I can not mess this up. All right, so this one, we're going to do this like very slowly. This one is 4, so this one has to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut, it's 3 3/4. So I've got to go down 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off of each side. 1/4 inch off this side. And then 1/4 inch off this side. Let's see if we got that right. Okay, we got that right. Now, this way is 5 1/4, so this one needs to be 5. Right now, it is 5 1/2. So again, we're going to cut 1/4 inch off of each side, so we keep it all centered. So 1/4 inch off that way. Quarter of an inch off that way. You know what I wanted to do that I forgot? I wanted to ink those papers. And I forgot. I wanted to ink the edges of the papers. So instead, I honestly would have done blue, but I don't like that blue. So we'll just do this. And that'll just make it a little bit more cohesive. I'm going to have to glue some of that down. All right, let's put this on the red. Actually, let's put the red on the card front. And then we'll put the background on. Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off. It's probably one of my family members just now getting back to me about letting the dog up from 45 minutes ago. Okay. So that, and then we'll put this piece on. Let me just get this for a minute. Okay. Ooh, and we need a sentiment, don't we? So I pulled stamps, but I also have all kinds of stuff from this kit that I thought might be fun to use. One of these. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. My son just came down and scared the heck out of me. It's okay. I'm in the middle of a live. You just did. Okay, so let's see what I have in here that maybe we can use as a sentiment. Otherwise, I've got a whole bunch of stickers, but I wanted something like long and narrow. You are the life of the party. Not for a card. Hooray, today is your special day. That's kind of cute. Will that fit? That's a little bit long. Amy says hi to Lucas.
Love you.
Love you too. Did Daddy leave?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going with him
now. Well, then I hope he didn't leave if you're going with him. Oh my goodness. Teenagers. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the interruptions. I'm going to look at these stickers. I like the happy birthday know me, but we don't have any gnomes on here. So, I mean, we could even do hip hip hooray. Birthday boy. All right, let's get the package on there, and then we'll take it from there. Let me get some foams. Some foamy dots. Lost my tweezers again. My God, guys. Teenagers? Killing me. They're killing me. Killing me. And Lily's not even like officially a teenager yet. She's only 12. She'll be 13 in October. My son is going to be 16 in March. Holy moly. Send help. That's all I have to say. Amy, can I send a kid to Indianapolis for the summer? Camp Amy? Okay. So supposedly there was like some tool that is coming out. Did you guys hear about this? Did I imagine this or did we? No, we talked about this with somebody that there's like a tool coming out that gets the release paper off or something like that. And because I always say that like my hell would be pulling release paper off for an eternity. It's like my least favorite thing to do. Sorry, guys. Oh, one of my little foamies fell off. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, who's here now? Oh, nobody that wants to interrupt my live. Cool. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love that. How cute is that with that little bow? Oh my God, that's adorable. What do you guys think? All right, we just need a sentiment. I'm going to just glue some of these pieces because I don't want them to stick up. Let me get a little glue. And a little glue here. Oh, a little too much glue. Okay. All right. So we just need a sentiment. Let's see. Life of the party. Happy birthday. That happy birthday is a little small. I want something that goes bigger across. Happy birthday, Nomi. Today is your special day. Cake and ice cream. Oh man, I feel like I'm striking out with the sentiments. Party animal? Happy birthday. What do you guys think? Blow out the candles. I wanted something that went like longer across. You know what? Let's go back to this. What did we have on here? Hooray, today is your special day. But I think that this is going to be too... Yeah, that's too big. I have an idea. We'll do that. I'll cut it here. And then I'll cut it there. And that will go like that. Awesome. Okay. Almost done. Just do a quick little inking so we don't have that white edge. Well, this is fun, right? And then I think I want to pop that. So we'll grab my dots. And then the last, you know what we're going to need? The last thing we're going to need. Who's going with you? Okay. What you put on your list to get something for Lily to bring to the party? Is there any way we can have some like dips and snacks later, or not really because there's no oven? Sorry guys, my husband is getting ready to go food shopping, so we just needed to chat before he left. Sorry about that. Okay. Alrighty. Get these off. Oh, that one's off already. I'm gonna put a little come on. Put a little glue on this, I think. Okay. This probably won't go through the mail, but that's okay. All right, so that will go there. Okay, and lastly, I need some sprinkly bits. Of course. Why do I not have my little dish? Because that would be too easy. All right, let's do this. I'll put some in here. All right, let me get this open. I don't think I've used this yet. This is a brand new pack. Holy moly. There we go. Okay, woohoo! I'm excited for these. Look at how blingy these are. Oh my. All right. Let's get that. Put one there. Oh my God, I love this so much. Okay, why am I not using my little thing that I got? I love this thing. Why am I just messing around here? Okay. 3, I think we're going to do 5 because, yeah, because I have to. Hold on. Let me dump a little more. Ah, thanks, Amy. This one was fun. That was really fun. All right. Here's a little one. Like that. And then I'll get another medium one up here. Okay, let me just glue these. And then we have a card. Okay. Just gonna push these down, make sure they're all secure on there. That glue will dry clear. All right. Right now they look cloudy, but once the glue dries, that'll be like nice and blingy. All righty. There we go. That was so much fun to make. What do you guys think? All right, so I'm going to show you the sketch one more time before we sign off. And then I'm also going to show you Amy's layout. I know she's like telling me not to talk about her, but too bad because I love it. All right, so let's get the sketch up. All right, so here's the sketch side by side with my card. That was fun. That was really fun. And I mean, like, this could have been anything. It could have been a birthday cake. If you don't want to cut out, like, I always like to try to show my scrapbook friends how easy it is to make a card with like leftover scrapbooking supplies, because this could have been done with all pattern paper. And this right here in the center, if you didn't want to like die cut, it could have been one of these things. Right? It could have just been that. Like, it totally could have been a card made out of scrapbook supplies. Okay, so there's my card. Love the colors too. I was also, I'll be honest, I was trying to think of something that could be like a little bit masculine because I tend to always make feminine stuff. And the last thing I just want to show you guys is how Amy, if anybody missed it earlier, this was Amy's layout, and you can rewatch her live from Tuesday night, Amy, or Wednesday night. But yeah, she took the card sketch and made it in a layout. Isn't that amazing? I'm obsessed with this. Okay, so that's everything. That's my card. That is February's card sketch. I can't wait to see what everybody else made. Wednesday night, Amy said. So if you want to rewatch that live where she, love you, Amy, where she made an amazing layout. So I think when I sign off, I'm going to make another one with this because why not, right? All the stuff is out here, so I might as well. So thank you, my friends, for joining me. I hope everybody has a lovely afternoon. Enjoy your Sunday. And good things coming up. We've got a crop coming up soon. There's a live sale. So tea will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. So tune in for that. And have a great day. Thanks, guys.